Hey guys, this is Gretchen. You're watching ProofWLSWorks, and I think we confused everybody because today is Thursday. I am your Tuesday vlogger. It's been a little nuts. Let's get right to it. This week's question is, share with us a list of 10 foods you enjoy eating. How often do you eat these foods? Do they support your weight loss surgery goals? And what is one food you eat today that you did not eat prior to weight loss surgery? So I had to make a list because I tend to get the same things at the store and I kind of mindlessly food shop now. So the first thing I'm going to tell you that I eat, and I'm almost 2 years post-op from this sleeve, is eggs. I love eggs. Hard-boiled. Today I had 2 fried eggs with butter. Usually scrambled, but I love eggs. I could have like 2 a day, every day, and be completely happy. Sometimes I'll make a scramble with bacon and chopped peppers and onions and then heat it up here at work. Second thing I eat is bacon. I'll cook a pound of bacon and save the bacon drippings for, you know, if I'm going to make something else like Brussels sprouts. They should just sell bacon drippings in a jar. People would buy that, right? So I definitely eat bacon. I get a bag of pre-cooked bacon chopped from Costco. It's totally worth it. It's like 10 bucks and it lasts forever, and you can measure out by a tablespoon, which is perfect for making eggs for breakfast. The next thing is cheese. I love cheese. So I will get string cheese, cubed cheese. One thing that I get a lot of is prosciutto wrapped around mozzarella, specifically from Trader Joe's. I think I've mentioned this in a previous video that I'm kind of known at my local Trader Joe's. I'll buy the whole box, and they're not cheap. I mean, so my daughter has Girl Scouts tonight and we have to eat dinner in the car, so I'll grab 2 of those and it'll be good. So cheese, that definitely. Peanut butter. Wow, it was windy outside. Any kind of nut butter, cookie butter, trying to hold off on that. What I did last week in my food haul, I got this cookie butter with cocoa, and it's not really one that I like a whole lot, and it is helping me eat less, but I always have peanut butter in the house. Produce, I'm eating more produce than I did the first year. I really stayed away from vegetables, green vegetables. I thought that was somebody coming in, it was just the printer. Because I had a blood clot post-op, so now I will have 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. To give you an example, I had a bunch of strawberries around 10 o'clock this morning. I might have an apple and peanut butter for, as a evening snack. What else? Broccoli, berries, all the good stuff. So I'm going to combine the next one of steak and chicken. Those are the 2 meats I eat typically. In fact, I had steak this morning with my eggs. It's not just for dinner anymore. So I will usually buy a thin cut flank steak and slice it up. I'll mix that with chicken and cheese and salsa and some black beans. Are you seeing a theme here? Everything kind of goes together. Chicken, there's really good pre-cooked chicken skewers from Costco. I always have chicken breast in the freezer. Shrimp is another really great source of protein. Very low carb. You can eat a decent amount and get really good protein out of it. I'll chop that up with some pineapple and avocado, or just eat it with cocktail sauce. Also from Costco are bags of frozen cooked shrimp with the tail off and deveined, which is super convenient. I just have to make sure I meal plan and prepare to have that the next day, so I let it thaw overnight. Protein bars. Now, some people may not agree with me, and that's okay, but I always have protein bars in the pantry, specifically usually the Oh Yeah 1 bars, although now I'm kind of branching off to the Quest cereal bars, so my husband has an option too. They're really for on the go. I get a sweet tooth about 2:30 or 3 at work. They're really good for that. I also want to grab my daughter's stuff, which is like, crackers and granola bars and stuff like that. She likes them too, but I only let her have half of one for now. I'm sure she'll get into them. Similarly is Premier Protein shakes. I was heavily into trying different kinds of protein shakes in the first year, maybe even year and a half, but I will always have Premier Protein in my house. For the vanilla, I'll put it in coffee, or for also with the vanilla, I'll use extracts. Root beer extract or orange extract are really good. You don't need a lot, just like a teaspoon. Shake it up, chill it, tastes like a creamsicle, tastes like a root beer float. If you're looking for variety, I think that's a good way to go. For the chocolate, I'll mix in some powdered peanut butter. Usually I do that in my blender though. And then another thing I eat is a recipe. It's a crock pot recipe that I've made before, but different variations of shredded chicken with corn and black beans, and the most recent one I did was my mom's, and I can't remember what was different. I've made one with cream of chicken soup, but trying to avoid sodium. Shoot, I can't remember what she puts in it now. Oh, Rotel, a can of Rotel. She used Mexicorn, but I couldn't find that, so I just used salsa, guacamole, you know. So anyway, it's a crock pot recipe. I'll shred the chicken, put that away, portion it out, put that away, heat it up, eat it with some peppers, like that, because if I want the crunch of a chip. I do eat chips, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, but I try not to have them in the house too often because they're definitely a grazing food for me. And the one food that I eat now that I did not eat pre-op is easy, cottage cheese. The whole idea pre-op was revolting, texturally, yeah. Now I'll have it with berries. I get the, what is it called? Dannon Active. So it has like the probiotics in it. One little container with some berries, or my low carb cranberry sauce. Like a quarter cup of that is like the perfect snack to hold me over around 10 o'clock in the morning. And it has like really high protein for like no calories, like 120 calories or so for all that. So play with variety, but when you know what is good for you and what works for you in terms of your macros, stick with them. You can always find so many combinations of everything that you can make. Stick around. We should have another episode hopefully tomorrow, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.